The purpose of this show is to guide you to realign with habits that get you to live the life you've always dreamed of. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with Jesse Yule. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle, where you can access your full potential right now. Finally break free from destructive habits. That dream life, if you want it, you can have it. This is where you transform your health, mind, business, and relationships. Or do nothing and keep your life the way it is. But if you're ready for change, you're in the right place. This is where you're gonna learn how to live a habit-based lifestyle. You are tuning in to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Jesse Yule. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle. Let's go.
Support habits. So not every habit that I teach you guys or that we talk about on here has a specific priority. In fact, many of the things that we do every day, we can only focus on so many of those cascade habits. If you guys remember last episode, if you haven't heard it, last episode we talked about these cascade habits. These cascade habits are habits and things that we do every day that actually cascade down into other areas of life and affect them. One of the examples I gave was working out. All of the benefits of working out are cascading into other areas. Specifically in relationships and how we produce in business and how we show up for our kids, our energy, how we show up for our clients, and just being able to connect our mind with our body. So if we do too many of those cascade habits, we can feel completely overwhelmed, which is exactly why it's important to have these support habits. You see, these habits, these support habits do exactly as they describe. They support the achievement of an important cascade habit. So I'm going to admit that there's not a huge difference between these two things. And it might be a little bit confusing. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of how these actually differ from one another. Now, you've already learned about one of my main cascade habits, which was exercise. And the thing to remember is it's not something I do by itself. I've actually had to build smaller habits along the way, so I never actually miss this workout. So my day usually starts around 5:15 a.m. Some days I will sleep in till 5:30, 5:45, whatever it is. But I have a routine, a support routine, a support habit that gets me ready. In fact, I didn't really realize I had this until I began keeping track. And many of you guys don't give yourself credit for a lot of the habits you do have. And so therefore, when you look at just working out, it seems like it's almost like this huge thing. So I have 8 support habits that get me to the gym and get me to do my workout. Number 1 is to wake up. That's right. Waking up is a habit, because if it wasn't a habit, you'd be in all day. That's number 1. Number 2 is I brush my teeth. Now, hopefully everybody listening to this has a habit of brushing their teeth. Number 3 is I go and put on my workout clothes. I put on my workout clothes, shorts, t-shirt, whatever I need. Sometimes it's pants. If you're living in a colder climate, it may be pants. Then I drive to work. I drive to the gym. I actually have a gym in the back of my work, about a 2,000 square foot gym that I built out, me and my partner. And we built this out to have support, to support our habits of working out. Now, on the way to the gym, the drive is about 12 to 15 minutes. During this drive, I do what's called a stack. Some of you guys may know what this is. Some of you guys may not. But basically what it is I take a problem, I take something that I may be grateful for or happy about, and I run it through a series of questions until I get a revelation, an insight, and then an action step after that. It takes about 15 minutes. Some days it may take 30. Some days it may take 45. If it takes longer, then I just end up picking up from there. Now, as soon as I walk into the door, I set my keys down and I immediately drink it from a water machine called Trucy. If you guys don't know what it is, look it up. Trussii. This water machine is very specific and it pumps out quality water. So I take 20 ounces of that right away. The next thing I do is I go over to the fridge, I open up a water, and I dump out about a quarter of it into the coffee water machine. And then I begin to put a scoop of green juice and red juice from Organifi into my water. And I drink that. So before I even start doing anything, I have had 36 ounces of water. And then I go through a 10-minute mobility program called CARS. So all of these things support my workout. Don't get this confused. As you can see, there are several small actions, small decisions, small choices that I make each day just to make sure I complete my workout routine every single day. Now, each of these activities outside of my drive to work, my mobility work, and my stack only take anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. But they're just as important as others because each time I accomplish one, I move on to the next thing. You see, one of the things that I program into my brain is I have a buy-in to my workout. Why would I do this? Well, my buy-in is my stack. My buy-in is my mobility work because those are the things that I would typically put off. And it also means that I can't work out until I've actually done both of them. It means that I can't get into my workout. It means that I can't do anything until I've done my stack and until I've done my workout, my mobility work, because mobility work is something I will put off. My stack is normally something I will put off. So I have to put them stacked or habit stacked in front of the thing that I'm guaranteed to do. Now, if I just solely relied on memory to complete each and every task, I would probably miss one or two. I would put off the hardest one for sure. But since there's 8 and they happen in order like dominoes, imagine when one happens, it pushes me to the next one. Then the next one, it's like dominoes. But these are all part of my fitness routine. So I have a fitness routine, fitness regimen, and it all starts back at my house when I get out of bed. But I want you guys to really think about this. Never underestimate the power of your support habits. Although they may take 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes, they are literally the domino that begins to start your cascade habit. So if I don't get out of bed, the cascade stops. If I don't put my workout clothes, the cascade stops. The support stops. If I don't put on my workout clothes, everything stops. So today, your assignment is very simple. You're going to answer the following questions. You're going to identify your go-to support habits. And these are built around your cascade habits. If you guys were on last episode, if you were on it, you should have a cascade habit that you wanted to add. But you're going to go to your main cascade habit you currently hold, and you're going to write out how many support habits do you have that support that one single one cascade habit. And then what's the one habit you can stack in your day before your cascade habit. So think about this. For me, it was mobility work. In order for me to be able to work out, I have to do mobility work first. In order for me to do mobility work, I have to do a stack first. These are all stacking in order to get me to where I eventually work out. And the final question is, how will this change your new routine? So I'm going to go through these one more time. Question 1 is to identify your go-to support habit around your cascade habit. How many habits do you have that support your cascade habit? You guys went through the list of 8 for me. What's the one habit? What's the one support habit you can stack in your day before your cascade habit? And then how will this change your new routine? Once you guys are done with this, I would love for you to email me and let me know how you're doing or how it's going. You can email me, jesse@habitbasedlifestyle.com, or you can check out my website, habitbasedlifestyle.com. Guys, I'm here as a resource. I'm giving you massive value. This is the same things that I've used to literally build a multi-million-dollar fitness business. This is the same things I used over the last year to be able to sell that same business and move to California. Move me and my family here, which was impossible a year ago, and I did it in a matter of 8 months. But I did it by these support habits, these cascade habits that I'm teaching you. Next episode, I'm going to be back with what is called a mountain habit. These are habits that move mountains. These are habits that are literally the things that will start the movement process of a huge mountain or a huge task in your life. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys on next episode. Until then, have an awesome day.
The purpose of this show is to guide you to realign with habits that get you to live the life you've always dreamed of. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with Jesse Ewing.